So, random discussion. It's Monday. It's been a week now. I've been doing YouTube videos. Still not sure how I feel about the whole thing yet. Feels a little bit more comfortable, I guess. Maybe. Not sure about the content. Not sure it's applicable. But in a way, I hate to use the word fun. In a way, it's fun. Kind of cool just to talk about stuff. My wife pretty much knows everything. So I don't really tell a whole lot of people about everything that we're doing. So this is kind of just a way of kind of letting people know, I guess, if people even care. Um, Going to look at another house today. We'll probably film that one just a little bit. I'm not even sure how that's going to go. Pretty high on the purchase price. The exit could be pretty high too, but we'll see how it goes. Still moving forward with the cabin. Really looking forward to that one. Just want to have something, up in the mountains where we can go to this when it's not being rented. Hopefully, the idea is that it's an income producing property and kind of pays for itself, and gives us a little extra once a month. And honestly, my hope is that's the first of many. When I say many, I would love to have, anywhere from 8 to 10 Airbnbs, producing some income. That's kind of where our retirement, I shouldn't say mine, our retirement will be. We don't have 401k. I just really don't believe in putting money into giving money to somebody else that I can't have and it's mine without paying a fee. Taxes I get, paying a fee to get my own money back drives me freaking bananas. So I'll just have properties make the money for me, and I'll have access to it whenever I want. If I want to go refinance it, take some cash out and go do it again, that's what we'll do. I know that's kind of like off topic and maybe even a sticky topic for some, but that's how I feel. And put in the comments if you feel like that's a dumb way of thinking it. That's fine. Let me know. Tell me why. Tell me why what I'm thinking is wrong. Because I would really like to know. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying that's what I'm comfortable with. Well, back to YouTube videos. It's kind of funny how it kind of takes over a little bit. You constantly think about it, which I guess is a good thing. I'm constantly focused on trying to get something done. I think my next focus needs to make sure that it's actually a little better each time, which I'm still not quite there yet, but I'm definitely locked in on it. I definitely again feel more comfortable, but I also am each morning waking up going, okay, let's get this done, as opposed to I don't want to do that. Still getting on Instagram, still tough for me too. But I'm getting there slowly but surely. There's a lot of people that have been super supportive, which I'm super happy about. Thank you. That means a lot, and trust me, I read all of the comments whenever someone writes me something about it. But it's still a little bit daunting for me to get in front of a camera and talk and actually have something to say. So I guess if you kind of look at it, it's somewhat therapeutic. Is that the right word? Therapeutic. I don't know. It's just different. It's interesting. Now, as far as editing goes, way more work than I really anticipated. Talking to a friend of mine, actually Donnie's wife, the other day, and she was giving me a couple pointers, which I appreciate. Thank you, Paige. Uh, Something, yeah, just even getting things onto YouTube and changing formats and so on was just something I just didn't anticipate. Again, I'm trying to get better. I hope most of you are gonna can will go back and watch the interview with Donnie because it was actually very fun. It was a lot of fun. It was, not that I didn't expect it. He's a good friend of mine, but I think on my end, I felt a little bit more comfortable than I really anticipated. So it was a little bit more fun for me in that aspect. Um, maybe not as fun for Donnie. I don't know, but he'll let me know if it wasn't. So the YouTube channels, based solely, around getting focused on things and so on. What I've found, I think, is that the channel itself has made me focus more, not because of any message, but it's just another thing on my plate where I'm like, where I figure out that, okay, I have to make this happen in order to get X, Y, and Z done. So really, it has locked me in a little bit on the fact of making a video, excuse me, but it also has made me manage my time better, and in doing so, made me focus a little bit better on any real estate items we have going on. You say we more. Any real estate real estate items we have going on anymore. Drone flights. Making sure that my schedule is a little bit more organized. Received two more drone projects last week, so the calendar on that level is filling up a little bit. So there's definitely more going on. So getting focused on the channel has actually really just helped me plan better each day and each week. So it's actually kind of helping me in a bunch of different ways, and taking a life of its own, taking on a life of its own. As far as the idea of focusing on certain tasks, it's actually helping. Believe it or not, with more on my plate, it's actually helping me focus better. Weird. So I almost feel like this idea of focusing thing. I just said focusing thong. I feel like this focusing thing, this idea is gonna just transform into a lot more. And I think I already feel like what Monday is gonna become is more of like a journal of what each week was. From last week, from really struggling to get through the editing process with the interview with Donnie, getting it onto Instagram with an actual link that nobody could click on. The first couple nights, it was cutting off in half, and it was just brutal, and in a way, I just felt bad, because not so much that people couldn't see it, but because Donnie had to be a part of it. So it feels like Monday already has just become like, okay, what did you do last week that you can do better? What can you work on? How can you make the channel better? How can you do things altogether better in your day to day? So I almost feel like that's what's gonna happen on Mondays. It's just gonna be a journal of all the lessons learned over the past 7 days. We talked already a little bit about how last week was, as far as we did the interview with Donnie, had the talked about our journey into real estate, where we're at right now, and I mean how new we really are. Just talking what we're talking about is really what our lessons that we're learning right now, just being so new into the game. One of the things that I have done that's always been hard for me was, to go out and just meet people, that I didn't know. That's actually how I met Devin. We'll go into that a little bit more in the interview with Devin that comes out Wednesday. But about 2 months ago, Devin Devin again actually had posted something on Instagram about a hike that Zach Keeps puts on every week on Sunday mornings. So I asked him. I said, "Can anybody go?" And he's like, "Yeah." So the very next weekend, I went, and it has been just an awesome experience every single week, meeting tons of different people from different avenues of real estate investing. Period. Yesterday was another great hike. We had, I'd say, roughly 25 people, it seemed, somewhere in that vicinity. Again, I talked to people that I hadn't talked to before, and that usually happens every week. It's always somebody new. Whether it's someone that's wholesaling in another state, which a lot of people are starting to look at. It's just, and there's always conversation on what we're each one of us is doing, and is there a way that we can help each other, and you bounce ideas off of each other, and it's just so much help there. There's so many ideas, so many people just willing to give. I think that's really what it comes down to. I think the idea that Zach put this together, and it really is about giving back to each other, and to the real estate investing community in general here in the Phoenix area. It's awesome. I come away from it every single Sunday looking forward to Monday, which I think for most people is probably 100% opposite of what they think. I actually have a hard time getting through Sunday without working when I leave that. It just gets you so pumped up, for what's going on or what's about to come the next week. Whether you make a deal or not, you just learn something new, and it helps you focus on the things that you have going on, and if you need help, all of a sudden you have 20 people that are willing to say, yeah, this is a great idea, or no, this is not a good idea. I've already done that with Zach. Send him a portfolio, and he's like, no, Jamie, don't do it. So, it's awesome. There a lot of people don't have to do what they're doing, but to give back, to people that are just starting out is nothing short of, I guess, what would be the right word there? The fact that they're giving back, and they don't have to. It's just humbling, I guess. I guess it's just humbling. It's just great to see. I think it's what Sherry and I are about, and it's a good thing to see, and I love going every Sunday. I look forward to it every single weekend. So all that being said, it was an interesting week. Maybe a little bit more comfortable today than I was a week ago. Not a ton, but a little. My goal has been, at minimum, to do 27 episodes of this show. I think that puts me to March 7th. So if I can get, I'll ask you all for some help. Can I get to 1,000 subscribers by March 7th? Up to me for sure. I will provide my commitment of 3 episodes a week. If you guys would like, dislike, and subscribe, that'd be great. Let me know how I can be a little bit better. I appreciate all of your time. Hope you all have a great week. Look forward to Wednesday. You're going to find out probably about a interesting weekend that Mr. Devin Burr had, and how it turned out really well. So we'll talk about real estate, money, and his weekend. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.